Today, let's compare how North Korean and South Korean kids sing. Actually, this is a topic I've wanted to talk about for a while, and kids are like a blank slate when they are born, but after growing up in different social, political, and cultural environments, they develop in completely different ways. Let's start by watching this well-known clip of a North Korean girl, Kim So-May. Actually, I can tell that this little girl takes singing very seriously, and she's adorable, talented, and has a bright voice. Well, every movement, every detail looks like it's carefully crafted. So her eye contact, hand gestures, they've clearly been rehearsed many times until they became fixed. So in other words, if she were to perform again, I would say she'd probably sing and move in exactly the same way each time. So that means aside from memorizing the lyrics and singing the melody correctly, all the gestures, expressions, and details were likely taught by her instructors. So I usually call this forced or artificial fake emotion. My definition of this is 1. When a performer doesn't fully understand, believe in, or feel connected to the song's message, yet still tries to act emotional. 2. When someone, especially as a child, sees their teachers or other singers perform this way, assumes it's the right way, and copies it, eventually forming a habit of thinking, oh, this is how performances should look. This type of performance might seem technically impressive, but it lacks real connection and interaction with the audience. So I've always believed that singing is essentially about communicating with the audience. You are telling a story, but through melody. However, when a performance becomes artificial, it means the performer isn't truly engaging with the audience, but is instead focused on adding unnecessary expressions, movements, or tones that the song's message doesn't relate. Even with great technique and a powerful voice, it's hard to truly move people this way because it becomes a one-sided performance. Let's watch another clip of a North Korean girl sing. Actually, I don't know this girl's name, but the song's name is My Country is the Best. You know what? Her expressions, gestures, and movements are all perfectly trained. Her vocal technique is strong, her voice is powerful, and she holds long notes steadily. But actually, I believe we all know that the content she's singing about is probably something she hasn't personally experienced. Instead, she's probably being taught to believe in it and sing it in a certain way. Look at this smile, so try this yourself. Hold that kind of big smile for a few minutes. I believe that your face will start to feel stiff and tired, right? So I would say that's not real happiness. These kind of expressions can easily be replicated onto another child. So if you put several kids together, their performances will look completely uniform. But is it real? I don't think so. So when we sing or speak, we should also reflect on whether we've unconsciously picked up certain performance habits like this just because we've seen broadcasters or singers do them. If you notice this in yourself, just ask this question: do I actually talk like this in real life? Making this adjustment can help you sound more natural when you sing or speak. So now let's take a look at how South Korean kids sing. Historically, both North and South Korea share the same cultural roots, but under different political and cultural systems, children's blank slates have been shaped very differently. So let's take a look at this one. Little Goddess Jo Hyun, If You Don't Dream.
꿈꾸지 않으면 사는 게 아니라고 별에는 맘으로 없는 게 가련해 사랑하지 않으면 사는 게 아니라고 설레는 마음으로 낯선 길 가려
She's also extremely talented, has a strong voice, and her pitch and pronunciation are excellent. But what's the key difference? She doesn't have excessive movements or overly exaggerated facial expressions. In everyday conversation, we don't really use exaggerated facial expressions or unnecessary movements. So that's why her performance feels more real and natural. There's no added artificial fake emotion. When you take away all the extra forced elements, what is left is a natural child.
배운다는 건 꿈을 꾸는 것 가르친다는 건 희망을 노래하는 것 우린 알고 있네 우린 알고 있네.
And then her singing feels like she's sharing her thoughts with the audience, right? Even though her technical skills might not be as polished as the North Korean kids, her delivery feels more genuine and emotionally engaging.
배운다는 건 가르친다는 건 희망을 노래하는 것.
Okay, let's take a look at another clip.
사랑해요 이 한마디 참 좋은 말 나는 이 한마디가 정말 좋아요.
네, 정말 좋아요, right? 정말 좋아요. When kids sing like this, you can hear that, at least I believe, they are also actually relaxed and happy. So for parents with young kids learning to sing, it's worth paying attention to whether they add unnecessary performance habits or not. Kids who learn these habits early on might grow up believing, oh, I have to sing with this kind of voice or tone to sound right, which can be a hard mindset to change later. So if you feel that your singing or speaking sounds unnatural, or if you are unsure about how your child is being taught to sing, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And you can also check out my book, The Standout Voice Performance. There's a free reading sample through the link below, or learn about my voice coaching programs. The biggest difference in my coaching is that we don't start with too many technical skills. I first help students find their natural voice, then introduce techniques. So this way, you can achieve a natural, immersive, and professionally polished voice. So if you are interested, check the link below for more details. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about these kids' performances? Have you ever noticed forced performance habits in yourself? Looking forward to your thoughts and see you next time.